Hey there, how are you doing today? Welcome back to another great episode of Review Sesh. If you've been here before, I really do appreciate you coming back to visit me. And if you haven't been here before, give me just one moment. Let me tell you a little bit about who I am and what I do. So my name's Mike, and what I do is I review federally legal hemp products and devices. So it doesn't really matter whether it's a consumable product of any kind, or whether it's a functional device of any type. We're going to be looking at all of that stuff on this channel. I really do hope you enjoy the content that I'm making for you. So guys, we're going for today and we're doing another flower review. And this one is really interesting to me because it's one that I've had before, but one that I haven't had before. And we're going to be getting into that, but real quick, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to kick it back to the previous me. And he's going to go on and he's going to reiterate a little bit about what we're doing on this channel, and he may even be able to explain a little bit about what THCA is, if there are any of y'all who are still unfamiliar with that. And then right after that, we're going to be hopping right into this review. Alright, as you guys know, I review federally legal hemp products and devices on this channel. And some of these products have THCA in the name. And THCA is one of those things that has an awful lot of people confused right now. So if you're one of those people that's confused, give me just one moment. Let me explain a little bit. I might be able to educate you a little bit about what THCA actually is. And THCA stands for tetrahydrocannabinolic acid. And it's the naturally occurring compound found on all hemp plants everywhere. Basically, it's the precursor to what we know now as Delta 9 THC. All right. So, in and of itself, though, guys, THCA is not psychoactive. You're not going to go out and eat a piece of a hemp plant and get any elevated effects. It does not work like that. It first has to undergo a process called decarboxylation. And decarboxylation may sound like a fancy chemistry word, and it's because it is, but it's very simple in principle. And it simply means application of heat. So it doesn't really matter whether it's environmental heat, just the heat of the sun, it's a hot day outside, or, we're applying some artificial heat with some flame or with an electronic heat source like I like to use. We are decarboxylating that THCA molecule, and it's dropping that A right off the end of that molecule chain, and it's leaving you with good old-fashioned THC. So, guys, I want to be very clear on this. For all intents and purposes, the THC that everybody that you've ever spoken to or has ever spoken about before this, before 2018, they have been referring to THCA, the naturally occurring compound found on the plant. All right? Very clear about that. It is basically the same thing everybody's always spoken about. But the great thing is, since 2018 in the federal farm bill, we can get all these things to our doors. We don't have to go out and, you know, deal with strange people at odd times of night, potentially go out and, waste our time at the least and risk our safety at the worst. Now we just get it mailed to us, and when you get your packages in the mail, you're going to be getting something like this. This is a notice to law enforcement and the postal service, and it just dictates what is in the package, and it does list the applicable sections of the 2018 Farm Bill that the things in the package are covered under. Very important to hold on to these guys. You don't want to get rid of these right now. They pack flat. Just hold on to them. There's no reason to throw these out at this moment. For the foreseeable future, hold on to these and hold on to any COAs or certificates of analysis that you may have with your products. All right? All right, guys. So today we're looking at something coming to us from Miracle of the Desert. And what we're looking at today is something that's very familiar yet unfamiliar. What we're looking at is Permanent Candy. And Permanent Candy is a cross of Biscotti, cross with Sherbet BX, cross with Jealousy. And some of you guys may say, hey, that sounds familiar. Yes, because that's Permanent Marker. This Permanent Candy is a pheno of Permanent Marker. Now, I've already opened it. I've already gotten some photos. Already got the microscope shot and all that. So we're going to be giving it a smell real quick. And on the aroma, what you're getting, you are getting some of that gas, but it's more fruit, uh, sweet fruit forward. And being called Permanent Candy, I do expect it to have some of that fruity candy gas going for it on the flavor. Now, go ahead and move that one over there. And I've already broken off some of this nug, some of the smaller nug. But here's the larger one right there. Very, very nice. A lot of really deep greens, light greens, very healthy orange hairs all throughout. speckled all throughout. And the density is very dense with a good snap to it. Still got some stick, as you can see. And you guys will be seeing the photos shortly. I'm going to go ahead and grind some of this up with my herb saver. All right, real quick, I'm going to go. I forgot to do this last one, so I'm going to go ahead and knock out the keef from the previous grind out at the bottom of this herb saver so that I can see if anything drops from this grind. Lately, most of the grinds that I've been going with have been holding on to their keef, which is a very good thing. It just means that it's not, these things aren't, losing all their trichome heads and grinding, which is very good. But I still try to keep clean keep catch for the sake of showing you guys if they do happen to drop a lot. All right. Now, when I was looking at these under the microscope, pretty dense trichome coverage, really healthy. Um, some of the trichomes do seem to want to, you know, bump into the others and kind of become one with the others, but that's pretty common, especially when you have things coming in a mylar. However, for the size of the nugs, very healthy, very not squished in the mylar package, which is really nice. I never like to see a bud that I get that has been flattened out in a mylar, and I have yet to have anything that is seeming like it's been flattened coming from Miracle of the Desert. And that's dropping a little tiny bit of keef, not really enough to concern myself over. So I'm going to set this grinder aside and we're going to go right into the taste. Now, you guys may be saying, hey, it's time to clean your glass. Yeah, I am letting my glass get as I don't know, as dirty as possible within reason. Um, as I do have a cleaning kit that I plan on, breaking open, doing an unboxing with, and then doing a whole video or a series of video on um, glass maintenance and stuff. So, you guys will probably be seeing some dirtier pieces over the next couple of weeks. Don't let that bother you. Just know that eventually you guys will see a interesting episode or couple of episodes on cleaning. All right, so we're going to be running the first one with the microdose bowl, and we're using the One Hit Wonder brought to us by the Dab Hut and manufactured by Crossing Tech. Mm-hmm. Okay, guys, immediately I recognize that as permanent marker, but it's way sweeter. Very fruit forward, but it is recognizable as permanent marker, but permanent candy. Like you can tell it's a pheno, a permanent marker, in other words, if that makes sense. Wow, that's good. And it's I'm feeling like this is pretty potent. Yeah, THCA percentage is 30.6%, which is fairly high, and it is a indica dominant hybrid. Um, yeah, indica dominant hybrid typically for a permanent marker or a pheno permanent marker is a 70-30 indica dominance. So 70% indica dominance, 30% sativa. And what you're going to get with this, as far as flavor goes, is that gas, but the gas is more on the back end, and it's more straight fruit, candy fruit forward, very candy fruit forward. And it's very nice. It's hanging out on the palate for a minute too, which is which is really good. All right, so this is going to be one of those that effects wise, it's gonna both, you know, arouse the senses while calming the body, sort of a thing. It's gonna leave you creative and happy, um, while calming your body, helping you to relax. So it's probably gonna help relieve things, like, cramps, fatigue, stress, depression, stuff like that. And while still being able to maintain some sort of cerebral elevatedness, if that makes any sense. It's very indica dominant, don't get me wrong, but it's one of those that's gonna leave you feeling like up and happy, but not energized, if you get what I'm saying. So yeah, it's really nice, really nice. So we're gonna go ahead and pack the larger hybrid matrix bowl, and we're gonna be running this with the diffuser side of the one hit wonder. Now this diffuser side always gives me much, much larger hits. Always gives me this diffuser side is really the reason the one hit wonder is called the one hit wonder. I have recently had somebody mention that they just got their one hit wonder and they're having some issues with it, and I think their temperature they were running at was like 540. And 540, that's a good temperature when you're hunting flavor, when you're really trying to tease out the flavor, but you're not going to get that one hit extraction that the one hit wonder is really made for. And for that, many of you guys are interested. You may not be interested, but really you're wanting to run this thing at about 580 degrees, and you're wanting to use the diffuser side. That is this side of the one hit wonder. Using that, you should have a much, much heavier hit, and I always do. I always do get the heaviest hits from this device. I do additionally have a um, crossing thermal twist, which is fantastic. But I can typically get 5 to 7, sometimes 8 hits out of a bowl with thermal twist. With the one hit wonder, it is between 1 and 3 hits typically, depending on how much I'm really trying to go for that big hit. When I'm filming these videos, I tend to take it a little easier. I don't want to coughing my head off in front of you guys, so putting that out there. Oh yeah. Yep. The candy gas is strong with this one, guys. Wow. And that was a really, really good hit too. That was really good. Um, yeah, I'm digging it. I'm digging it. Guys, thus far, everything that I've had from Miracle of the Desert has been primo. It's been just phenomenal. Um, there are a few brands out there that have super, super high quality control, and this is a fantastic example of one of those brands. The quality control is bar none. I don't. It's very rare that I see, behind the scenes, they're very active in it too. They're always reaching out, asking, directly, what are you thinking about this? What are your thoughts? Not just with me, but for other people I know. And they're very proactive in their quality control. They don't wait for people to come to them and say, hey, something's wrong. They go out and they're like, no, let us know what your thoughts are, please. And they're very, very thorough. And this is a pheno that I'm super, super pleased that I've had a chance to try. Permanent Candy um, is very, very interesting. As you guys know, there are certain other strains out there that are very popular phenos of other strains. You know, you have Blockberry, Superboof, that sort of thing. And I'm always looking for different phenos that are um, considerably different, but still recognizable what the parentage is. And this right here, Permanent Candy, you know it's permanent marker, but it's definitely, it's just so sweet candy gas forward. That's what it is. It's very interesting. And it's pretty potent. It's hitting me pretty good. And like I say, my body is like I feel loose. I normally have very tense shoulders and stuff, but I'm feeling loose in the body, but really like my mind's working now. I'm getting a little bit talkative, I'm getting a little bit more grinny. I'm really, really enjoying this. Definitely one of those strains that could help brighten your mood for sure. Mm. Mm. That's crazy. That's really good. So, guys, if you've had permanent candy or really any other phenos out there, have you guys tried any phenos of common or well-known strains that maybe other people may not have heard of or realize there's phenos of? I'd love to hear your experiences. Just let me know in the comments. I really have been enjoying reading a lot of y'all's comments, and over the past couple of videos I've made, there've been a lot of you guys expressing a lot of very positive, good vibes, comments. Let me know to hang in there and all that sort of stuff. And I want to thank you guys so much. Um, it's been an extremely stressful couple of months, but I'm just starting to have some things change. We all go through these little little points in our lives where things get a bit more stressful um, during certain periods. And for me, it always seems to come about right after my birthday and right around this time of year, to be quite honest with you. I got one or two times a year that really just bum me out. A lot of people get bummed out during the holiday season. Me, not so much. I don't normally get depressed or upset about much during the holiday season. But man, springtime hits and I don't know what it is, but you know, I really appreciate when people reach out and they say, "Hey man, keep your chin up. Keep your head up. Keep on keeping on." Because that's what I'm trying to do here, guys. I'm trying to let everybody else know that it's okay to, occasionally, be down. It's okay to occasionally, you know, um, be upset, or have a little bit of anxiety or depression that you're dealing with or whatever. It's okay with that. As long as you can get to a point where you can embrace it and then you can get past it and you can bounce back, And in the course of me being, active here on YouTube and making these videos, you guys have actually seen me, bounce back on a fairly regular basis, whether you realize it or not. It's only within the past, 5 or 6 months that I've been started really opening up and being more vulnerable to the camera, for lack of a better word, and expressing what's going on in my personal life to a deeper level. And like I said, last videos I told you guys, that's because I want my issues to serve as an example. And as I'm speaking about what I'm dealing with, I'm trying to express to people that it's okay to let people know what you're going through. as long as you're not hounding them about it, which you know, I have had a tendency to do in my past. Um, it's one of the great things that I love about YouTube here, guys, is that it offers everybody a platform to be able to be themselves in front of a camera, in front of the world, really, is what it comes down to. Um, I don't know who might be watching my content tomorrow. Actually know quite a few of you guys watching now, and I've spoken to you guys, and you've been very regularly active during my live streams. And I mean, I just had a live stream with Be Real today, and this is Tuesday that I'm filming this. You'll be seeing it Wednesday, but I had a live stream with Be Real today, and several of you guys, have been there since the beginning, and yeah, YouTube's an amazing thing. It really does offer us a platform and an ability to reach out and, you know, show ourselves, honestly. And it's really hard to do, guys. It's really hard to be honest with yourself. And yeah, that's why I'm doing all this, to hopefully serve as an example so that you guys can maybe start to, bounce back with me. If any of you guys are having trouble, maybe you guys can, take something from this. I'm doing phenomenally. I woke up today and I read all of the goodwill messages and all of the positive vibes messages from you guys, and it made me realize that what I'm doing here with my YouTube channel is the right thing. And I'm just going to keep focusing on my YouTube channel and putting my efforts in my YouTube channel and the community that I'm building here with you guys. And I'm going to quit spreading myself so thin. And I'm going to quit trying to please everybody. And I'm going to quit trying to be friends with everybody. Because those people that really matter are the people that are going to stick around, regardless of what you're going through in life. Um, and you guys have been awesome. And I do have a lot more coming for you. This one has been great. This one has been great. Permanent candy. I can't really say much about it other than it's extremely potent, it's extremely tasty, and it is one of the more interesting strains that I've tried in quite a while. Very, very interesting. Um, like I say, it is a cross of biscotti and jealousy and sure BX. That is permanent marker, but this isn't just permanent marker. This is something better. This is something sweeter, you know. I really do like it. If I had to choose between this and permanent marker, well, I do love permanent marker. This has a little something to it that, um, if they were both laid out in front of me, I would probably go for this one. Gotta say, um, and that's saying a lot because I've never really had a permanent marker that I don't like. So yeah, that's saying a lot. So I hope you guys have enjoyed this little review, and I do appreciate you hanging out while I ramble and talk about my stuff here. Like I say, I've got so much more coming, and I hope you guys are doing well. I hope you guys are taking care of yourselves. I hope you guys are taking care of your loved ones, and for goodness sake, take care of each other. And there's a lot of us that really we hide the difficulties that we're having from our loved ones. Um, but I want to tell you right now, guys, that's one of the worst things you can do. And as long as you're not going overboard and inundating them and battering them with your burdens and your difficulties and all of that sort of stuff, you should be able to talk to your loved ones and anybody else really, um, on a basic level about the issues you might be having. It's okay to reach out for empathy occasionally, guys, and showing a little bit of vulnerability. It's not weakness. I promise you that. It's not weakness. It's something that most of us don't have the strength to do, realistically. Um, it's something that has to be learned. It's something that has to be practiced. And there is a lot of discipline involved and learning to show vulnerability and honesty in front of people in the proper ways. Um, I hope this stuff makes some amount of sense to you guys, and I really do appreciate you being here with me. And until I see you next time, as usual, I want you to stay lifted and I want you to stay blessed. Peace.